you know what? If it's all right with you, man, we're gonna go back to Philly. You know what I mean?
Let's go back.
Let's go
Let's go
back to
back.
Philly. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My brother right here, man, and he's a prime example of why you don't give up. And
Mm.
the reason why I say that is because I watched him throughout the years. And I'm going into the music aspect of it because I know that's the music is a big passion of his. I mean, like, you know, and I remember when we was young boys and you was getting into music then, and you was writing lyrics, writing songs,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And I remember the funny thing is when Ed was on the show, we was talking about Ed's dad when he was trying to teach us.
Harmonies. he was he was teaching he was teaching us harmonies. Froze a little bit. Oh, it's a little frozen. Uh, ain't like a bug. Ain't like the bug you
No.
on, but Ryan
Yeah, be
frozen.
delighted you came on, man. Sorry, it's the late,
No, you
getting
good.
a
Go
new
ahead.
job and stuff like that.
It's all good. But Ryan froze. You see Ryan frozen.
Yeah, around Frozen. Oh, okay. Then I guess that's a good time for me to come in.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? How's the weather? Where you at right now?
I'm home.
Oh, you home?
in the yeah, outside of Atlanta,
Oh, what's the
Covington. Yeah.
temperature like?
Oh man, we pretty nice and warm. It's like about 55, 60. Oh, you going too, Ant? Where you go?
Oh, really?
Oh, there
Uh,
you go. You back. Here go
Yeah,
Ryan
I'm
too.
back. Yeah, it
Hey,
might happen a couple of times. We get
nah,
them
that's
some once
cool.
in a while, man.
yeah, we
Listen,
coming another run.
I
But
figured
Yeah,
I figured everybody was gonna flood on when they found that I was on, so it's gonna be.
yeah. You flooding, you flooding the way with the weather.
Gonna be
Dude,
some
that's
problems.
DVS.
But yeah, Ryan, you want to go back to the
Man, that's
music thing.
DVS.
yeah,
You-
I remember, like the music because I know, man, like I know how passionate you was always about that, man, and
yes.
I want you to elaborate a little bit or a lot, whatever way you want to go with that.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I know stuff, but the people don't know, so we're gonna let you tell that part if you good with it.
Yeah, listen, let's tell the people, man. First of all, when Ant told me, man, I'm like, yo, what we gonna talk about? I said I might need 3 episodes. So, cause no, listen, because when we talk about the music, when we talk about the sports, and when we really
Yeah.
talk about Philly, and then if we get into the girl talk, like it's gonna take a little minute, or it's gonna be the longest
Yeah. You
episode
can
ever.
come
One or
back.
the other.
You can come
You know what I'm
back. Yes, you come
saying?
back.
Yeah. So
We went through a lot together. We went through a lot
listen,
together.
a whole lot. So
Yeah. Just as
yeah,
men, just as Bethunians, just
then they
as
used to
music
rap
business. Yeah,
and
everything,
San Fran in the 80s.
Yeah, right.
Yo. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so listen, man. The music came from my mom used to sing in the choir.
Okay.
Like, you know what I
Mm.
mean? So that's where it was birthed at. And ever since then I was attached to the music. And y'all, I know y'all remember coming by on Sundays, hearing the records playing loud. She listened to the
Mhm.
gospel music, we cleaning up,
Mhm.
trying to go outside and
Yeah.
play baseball in the schoolyard and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
the
Get
music
our hair
was
cut. Get our hair
yes.
cut.
Oh, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we talk about the music, right? In the neighborhood, maybe in the city, in the neighborhood, I had to be top 3. In the city, I had to be at least top 15 at the time rappers. Like
Okay.
for real,
Yeah,
like
Mhm.
rappers,
I feel you.
right?
You're right.
Yeah. And we talk about barbers. I mean, I'm just going to sprinkle this. In the neighborhood, I was probably 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ron, I'm not arguing one, but I'm just saying if somebody want to say somebody was better, I'm not going to argue that. But what I'm saying, I was 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, the the funniest thing before I dive heavy into music, the funniest thing is I was cutting hair in the living room, and we used to all come over, play video games, eat, drink mystics. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we was doing, and then they knocked on my door and told me they was gonna call the cops because I was stealing their customers. Cutting hair. Listen, I was cutting hair. I was stealing their customers. They gonna call the cops because I was stealing their customers.
That's
And
all
I
right.
was listen, I was in high school. Like, I was trying to hustle some money.
That's
I was
right.
stealing their customers, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You put the class of you put the class of 90 in the back of my head
He
for my
number one.
prom.
Yo, crazy. That's what I'm saying.
He
And
number
Yeah.
one with the haircut, but he
listen,
also
Yeah.
number one with the French toast.
listen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah. Oh
saying.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Food too. Yeah. You got that right. Broil a burger instead of
yo,
frying it.
listen, man. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a couple things, but yeah. So the music, man. Of course, Jazz was from South Philly, so he was heavily involved, and he was DJ Jazz, Jazzy Joe at the time, Jazzy J. Him and Robbie B used to have things jumping on block parties and stuff like that. So again, it was
Yeah.
partly inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you like, yo, I want to be like that. But around the way, Bill and Keith was
Bill,
the
yeah,
MCs. Bill and
yeah.
Keith was the
Yeah.
MCs. I was like, yo,
Indeed.
these boys is crazy. And they took me to
Yeah.
my first house party, and they allowed me to watch them rock the mic. And it
Right.
wasn't, it
Mm,
wasn't nothing like that in the world, right? So I'm, getting
mm.
into it. So Ryan didn't talk about this in the intro, but I'm gonna bring this up. You know what I mean? Portions of being able to be a good rapper was at the time you either had a good DJ or a good beatbox. And Ryan, listen, and Ryan was willing to be both. And then you got
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? He was available to be the beatbox, and he knew how to scratch records and all that type of stuff if needed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
We talking
like,
about that on this other show.
We
Great.
talking about
Great.
that
listen,
on this episode.
that's what
Because
I'm
somebody
saying.
didn't
So
believe I was a DJ.
that's what I'm saying. Because listen, you didn't have to be. You knew how to make all the sounds without the record. So you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you did, and you could. So it was like sitting on Pacific Street, and this was before the Kendra, Geneva, 11th Street corner area. This the era
Wow.
when we used to sit closer to the tracks.
Right.
Remember? We used to sit
Mm,
close to
Yep.
the tracks and just make rhymes, make beats, and all that stuff. I'm talking about we probably had an album before albums. You know what I mean? It never came out. It was just, but
Right.
we had
Yeah. We.
songs, like lists of songs, and we
Y'all had
knew
CDs.
listen, we knew what we was going to rap or whatever when we got to
Mm,
wherever we was going. We knew what we was going. We was going, oh yeah, we're gonna do this joint because this joint crazy,
Right.
yeah.
So that was crazy. Like we was singing. We was a singing group. Me, Ronnie, man, Marty, and Chris. Eddie and
Oh,
Chris, right? Yeah, yeah.
I
Me, Ronnie,
forgot
man, Eddie,
about
Marty, and
that.
Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
That's crazy. I so forgot about that.
listen, and
Ah.
we used to listen.
Yeah.
We used to practice hard, and we sounded horrible. And we got we wound up getting with Eddie Pop. And Eddie Pop was like, "I'm gonna teach y'all." He's like, "I'm gonna teach y'all, but y'all gotta be dedicated." You know what I'm saying? And when you got that many young men trying to be dedicated to something, y'all gonna fall off eventually. But
Yeah.
Right.
the core of us was truly dedicated to it. So he used
We
to
had a lot of
record.
teachers around there. We were just talking about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
record all our rehearsals. And one day he played our harmony back. Man, this was the most. I'm talking about nobody could sing better than us that day, or according to that harmony, because it sounded so perfect, man. And it was like, yo,
Yo,
we
that's
can
us.
do it. Yeah, we can do it. Like it can happen. And that portion of it, and then move on to the real rap portion of it. Like I just wanted to rap, man. So I went away for a little while, came back a better rapper because I spent some time down south. Not that down south made me better. It being down south detached me from everybody for a little while, so I can focus on music. Because you in the city, you do a lot of other stuff, but then down south
You're trying to
allowed me to
focus when
focus.
everything
Yeah,
is unfocusing you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Like
was
you
able to
rather go to the
focus.
store or write these rhymes. You like, store I seen about 4 or 5
Yo,
miles of the general store.
listen, because I mean, speaking
It's
of
the
the
general
store,
store. Go ahead.
I can't even think about how much time and money we spent in the arcade going to the
Right.
store. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Zookeeper, Excite Bike. pinball
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like
A nibbler.
paper
Nibbler.
paper boy.
Paper
You know what
boy,
I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yo,
Paperboy. Yeah,
listen,
Dig Dug.
dig dug. I'm talking about. Then you think about the stores we had.
Nintendo. Yeah.
We had
Was
Lonnie's,
that Spy?
Spy Hunter.
Try Hunter. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Listen, so it was enough to distract you. So you know,
And we
um,
had challenges on them games. Inside the games, we
listen.
was like, "What? Who, like, come on,
Who
no,
name
no,
is
no.
who name is that?
I'm gonna be
Oh
here for
my
like 6 hours,
yo,
right?
listen.
down.
I'm talking about listen.
You
I
remember the
remember
roller coaster about this on?
I re-
Excuse me.
yo, listen. I remember playing
Yeah.
Zookeeper on 11th and
Oh
Ontario.
yeah.
I was on the joint so long, people was leaving and coming back. They was like, yo, man, I'll be back, man. I'll be back. But I just wanted to beat the highest score ever. So it didn't matter.
You are
But
leaving. You supposed to go to the store get some bread. You like my
nobody's
they
eating.
stole out. They had no bread. I went
Nobody's
to
eating.
other store. They nobody
Keep
did.
going by there just to see if anybody took your score down.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
and it was special because once you got good, you was able to make a quarter, 25 cents, last 3 hours.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, yo,
Yeah.
we had hard times, man. So to be able to make
Wow.
25 cents
yeah,
last
Yeah.
you
yeah,
take up three
I
hours
mean,
of your time and something you doing you love, come on,
I
man.
ain't. I'm
yeah.
not calling on nobody, but if
Wow.
it's really 25 cents,
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, how
You,
about
what you
oh,
mean? Beat down with the hammer, 25 cent type job, the penny.
really,
Yeah.
Yo.
When you could do that, mash the penny down to a quarter size and could play some games,
What?
bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Listen, let's make a slug. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some slugs. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it. But
Yeah.
one of my favorite moments when I came back and was in the music, and Ron could attest to this, John, opening up for Naughty by Nature in Atlantic City.
oh man,
Ooh, yeah.
oh man,
Listen, man, like
Yeah.
I'm talking about
That,
I was
the
hyped.
whole process of building up to it, practicing for it, you know what I mean, figuring out how he's gonna get there, all that type of stuff, and who was going, all that. The whole process was a whole lot of anxiety involved, and you never know what's going to happen in those
Nope,
moments.
you don't know.
But the reality of it was when the moment happened, you couldn't tell we was opening for nobody. You thought it was our show.
Yes, listen, I was there,
I can
bro.
tell.
I was there. First of all, it was a struggle to get there.
Struggle hard.
Listen, Duke, I remember Duke was like, Ron, I need you, bro. Because I wasn't really, I didn't, I was, I think I had to go to work the next
Mm.
morning,
Yeah.
like early in the
Mhm.
morning. Duke was like, bro, I got to get down to Atlantic City. I got a show to do. And I was like, man, come on, we out. You know what I mean? I was like, I just go to work tired. It's all right.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
get down there, bro. And when I say, first of all, I never got a chance to watch Duke perform like that. So I'm back there because I had actually, I'm the one who had to actually start the music. That was the part that I got kind of thrown in. So I'm back there like, you gotta start. Ryan, hit that next track. So I'm over there now, and I'm in DJ mode without realizing I'm about to go in DJ mode. So
your job.
let me tell y'all, and listen, I remember this story, and I ain't trying to take over this conversation, but I
No,
want y'all to
please,
understand how
please.
exciting this was. They had it was like a competition, like a rap competition, there first. And when you ever been in a situation where somebody drains the crowd because everybody is so bad that by the time Duke got up there to go perform,
Mm,
ain't
mm,
nobody even
mm,
trying to hear it. They like, man,
mm.
we done heard 4 different rappers that was disgustingly bad. And I'm sitting there like, listen, it was so bad that as soon as Duke walked up on the stage with rhythm and funk, because that was the
Mm,
dancers,
mhm.
they was booing him. And he didn't even get a chance to talk. They were just like, boo, boo, boo. And I'm sitting there in the back like, oh, man, this is like going to be the worst ever. Like, oh, my. But I got to give my brother, when I say Duke's stage presence and his ability to alter the crowd,
Mm.
like it was like me watching somebody like Big Daddy Kane, somebody who had experience. Because the girl said something about one of them, said, tell him to comb his head because I think he had drugs or whatever. And Duke started joking around with him. And so it kind of eased the moment a little bit, like, okay, he's not running. He ain't
Mhm.
running off the stage. And then once we started the music and everybody's like, okay, they was kind of feeling, man. By the time Duke got finished that first verse and Rhythm and Funk and them was dancing, the same girl was trying to grab his leg.
Listen.
Didn't the dude this like mop? It was like this mop thing he used to do on the floor. He would
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
down on
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
The dude, yeah.
When I
He's
Listen,
the
say
first
man.
person I ever remember doing that.
I
It,
was so glad that I went there. I was so glad that I was there because when I say my man ripped it up, listen, he ripped up the first song. He did 2 songs. He
mm-hmm,
ripped the first song because he had girl dances, he had boy dances. One
mm-hmm.
song had the boys, and one song had the girl. And when I say, man,
Extraordinary. Was
huh?
it
Uh-huh.
extraordinary?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I say he killed
I'm
it,
trying to
it
remember the
was
other joint. Good.
it. That's listen. I know Duke gonna probably finish the parts that I might not know, but when I say he killed it, he killed. Listen, you ever watch somebody a hype man on the side? I'm on it. Yeah, yeah, like that.
Yo.
When he got finished performing, man, and I was just like, listen, man, and the second song, he did the second song, he killed it. The girls, and I mean, everybody in the audience was trying to get at them. They was like all hyped and everything. Like, yo, he had the crowd going. It was, man, when I say you turning it, now Rakim said, how can I move the crowd? That moment where he could not make no mistakes because this was a live and die moment. And when I say my brother killed that song, he killed the second song. The dancers was killing it. The girls was killing it. I was hyped on the side. Man, when I say, and when I watched the crowd and how they was acting, listen, this is how good that story was. Guess who was performing before Naughty by Nature? Leaders of the New School. And they got
Mm-hmm.
booed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow,
They got
wow. Yo,
booed. And they was trying to get Duke to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a
yo,
true story.
wow.
Yeah.
You still be there with, he's like Buster, right? You be there with Buster, like, yeah, yeah, because y'all be the only one two hanging in there.
Shoot, I think all the people in Atlantic City that day was from Philly because you know how hard it is to please
Listen,
Philly, man.
it was
Oh, man, you got to do everything to please Philly. Listen, I'm going to
it,
watch y'all kids after the show, okay? I'm watching y'all.
yo,
I take
it was
everybody out for lunch.
it
Yeah,
was
go ahead,
so
Duke.
crazy. It was so crazy because it's the funny thing that Ron brought up was the fact that they was born before we even speak a word, they was born, right?
Yep.
But the crazy part about it is now that I'm listening to it, it reminds me so much of the Five Heartbeats.
Right.
Remember the Five Heartbeats when it was just like throwing stuff on stage and everything. Like, but again, like like my focus was at the time, like, yo, when she said, I knew that Darren and them was gonna dance crazy. They was gonna kill it. I knew they was gonna kill
Right.
it, right?
Right.
So once she said that it was about him, I'm like, well, man, they're gonna be probably some of the most impressive people up here. So we good. If your complaint is him, we gonna win
Right.
because he about to kill us, and y'all gonna be amazed. You know what I'm saying? Because they had that little Michael Jackson lean thing. Remember? They had the little
Yeah,
thing
I
where they
remember.
lean,
Yep.
and yo, listen, and nobody was doing it at the time to me. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? So the fact that they was doing it was like remarkable. So um we 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 we, we responded well, but the thing is, there was never a moment that once I got the mic in my hand that I didn't feel like a celebrity.
Wow.
But it was based on the support. You
Right.
feel me?
Understood.
Like
Yeah,
Understood.
Ryan made
yeah.
sure I got there. Jerry was making sure everything was done tight. Um,
I forgot about Jared. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dancers was like so on point where, like he said, we had girls for the we did Sugar Daddy. We had girls for Sugar Daddy, and,
Oh, yeah.
and
Okay, okay.
we had the guys for the Extraordinary.
Right.
But the whole thing is they challenged each other along the way to make sure that they was up to par for their songs that they was doing. So the girls was wanting to make sure they was better than Darren and them, and then Darren and them wanted to make sure they was better than the girls. So they was even challenging
As
each
we
other
still do. Yeah.
as we still do. So in saying that made the show even that much more impressive, that much more tight, that much more
Mhm.
intense. Because we
Right.
wasn't
Mhm.
listen to because of us. Guess what? How they say it now? Our competition was us. We knew he was opening for Naughty by Nature. We knew it was people on the stage before us. All that type of stuff. There's gonna be people following us.
Right.
But our own competition was us. If we did our job, and I'm again, Ryan can attest to this. By the time we got off the stage, people was asking for autographs and this and that, pictures. And I'm talking about, and we were literally from the spirit of the show exhausted. Like, not because we was tired after 8 minutes of performing. It was just so much energy that we had to pour into it. We was tired. We was cooked.
I ain't shining shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, we did, but I'm talking about we was like
I
I'm
know y'all
talking
wish there was
about.
times like today you could be like, hey, look me up on this, look me up on that, AJ. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
I'm on 20 platforms. Just put Google my name. I'm telling you, I'm that. I'm going home, go sleep.
The crazy part about that is, I wish somebody would have saved the footage and we could have put it on YouTube now, because that'd be
wow.
like remarkable footage. It'd be crazy right now. So
I mean, you know
that
what?
was.
I bet you somebody got some of it, man. Because you'd be surprised. Like people, I mean, when they're the same way they pulled out phones, like now people pulled out stuff. Then you'd be surprised because one day, my man Smooth was sitting up watching. He said, "Man, I don't never be on YouTube." He said it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. He said, and I see this head, and I'm like, "Yo, why boy look like Ant?" So I'm like. So he like, man, so I turned around and rewound to YouTube. He said, I look at it again, and it's you. He said, you had the class of 90 cutting the back of your head at your graduation. I said, dude did that cut. I was like, no, you talking about you? I was tripping. I was like, who did you see that? You talking about YouTube? I'm like, bro, how? Like, you know what I mean? He said, man, it was 4 o'clock in the morning when he sent it to me. Like, I'm like, who sent me this message? I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yo, that's me. Somebody recording my school. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Yo. So hopefully you put it out there, dude. Maybe somebody see this and be like, yeah.
I got that footage. I was there.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe Leaders of the New School or Naughty by Nature got some footage because it was their show. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe somebody from their camp got it. Then me, after that, me, Ib, and Hez later on got together and made a rap group. You know what I'm saying? And that was its own thing. Like, we went so in Maryland for that year. Remember, we was in their top. We only had 3 songs out, but we had 3 songs in their top 88 songs for the year.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, 3 songs in their top
college,
88 songs.
Perry Mason College, yeah.
Yeah.
That was with Paul Rosenberg. Wasn't it Paul Rosenberg?
Peter Rosenberg. Wasn't it Peter?
Peter Rosenberg.
Peter Rosenberg, yep. And he interviewed us. Matter of fact, he called us and said, listen, we're going to put y'all on the countdown. We want y'all to know, but it'd be nice if y'all come down here and do an interview with us. We like, what? We on our way. You know what I'm saying?
We on the countdown. Like, don't count me in.
Listen, and we couldn't even get the Philadelphia radio stations to play the song at the time. That's what was crazy. In Maryland, we had 3 songs in their top 88 songs for the year. In Philadelphia,
and they were putting up with Biggie, Tupac. They putting up with everybody. They ranked us out. Yeah.
Listen, we had songs ahead of certain Jay-Z songs that year, and ahead of certain Biggie songs that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, wow, we can do this, you know. And we went down there for the interview. We smashed the interview. People was calling in, talking to us, but we loved it, every minute of it. Then we we went to the Freaknik, you know what I'm saying, together. It was a lot of us. It was deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was 3 cars, 3 people each. So it was 9 of us. We went down Freaknik, you know what I'm saying? And we had our word of mouth gear. And we was giving a single out. Funny thing happened to us that year. Ludacris was a radio host in Atlanta during that time. A year and a half later, he dropped his first album called Word of Mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now me, I'm just the optimistic spirit, but it like, man, I know he stole our Joe that time. I know he stole it, but it was just ironic that we was down there at the last Freaknik And then a year and a half when Ludacris dropped his first album, it was called Word of Mouth. Funny story while we was in Atlanta during that time, and Ant could attest to this one. We sitting in front of the dorm, I think, you know what I mean, where a friend of ours lived at the time, and these guys these guys roll by. Now we thick, it's like 9 of us. These guys roll by, and one dude yell out the car, "Yo, you that boy!" So we all looking at each other like, who came down to Atlanta and messed with somebody's girl? we like, it's about to go down. And he like, "Yo, you that boy." And we looking around, and he yelled out, "Kenny Lattimore." So one of our homies that was with us, Kirby. Remember Kirby played ball?
Yeah.
Dude thought he was Kenny Lattimore. And remember dude thought Kurt was Kenny Lattimore?
Oh yeah.
He said, "You that boy."
Yo, no, he said, yeah.
He's like, "Kenny Lattimore." We like, oh, like,
hey, what?
Yo,
and then we got like, yo, everybody thought he was him. It was a rap. He's like, "Oh, you Kenny, you Mr. Lattimore, nigga."
Yeah, at first we like, "Nah, dog, go ahead with that," because we thought they was trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We went to the mall later. When I tell you it was girls running up to him crying, "Oh my God, can you sing at my wedding?" I'm like, they really think he Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we running with this. We cool. He was Kenny Lattimore for the rest of the trip.
You Kenny Lattimore for the rest of this trip. You like, what's your name?
He was our manager. And he was sponsoring us for the trip the whole time.
He was the king now.
We were signed to Kenny Lattimore. So, you know, the experiences that the music brought. I'm talking about performing at the Civic Center, performing at downtown at the convention center. When we had remember they had the big music conference in Philly,
right?
Performing there, being picked by the Rooster, performed there. Like it was so crazy, like the music scene back then at the time, and we didn't. When I tell you right now, we didn't benefit from the celebrity at the time, outside of us being basically popular, you could say, or known in our neighborhoods and amongst other rap people.
Right.
But I'm talking about the celebrity portion didn't hit us. But if you go on YouTube right now and put in Word of Mouth, it's a dude posted our song. He posted our song. It got 577,000 views.
Yeah, I know. I got it on my playlist, both of them.
Right. So what I'm saying is, and I'm talking about, and it's watered down because it's probably posted 10 to 20 times with other multiple views. So we probably got more than 1 million views that we can't even celebrate because they're separate, and we aren't the ones that posted it. So it's crazy. Like when you look at the comments and how people still vibe to it to this day. Like you go in there and see comments from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was something that was across the country.
Right.
It was people that was across the country rocking that joint a couple years ago. I seen it. I was like, damn, how did we plan this?
Listen, on eBay a couple years back, the single was selling for $210 for the single. Right. We had to give some away ourselves. But on eBay, you could buy the single for $210. So you know, it's funny. I tell people right now in my growth of experience, I said, yo, no matter what you do it to leave that digital imprint because it might not be appreciated now. It's a lot of authors out there that wrote books that their books don't become Nobel Prize. They come Nobel Prizes after they died. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people don't appreciate it in the moment, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have its moment. You know what I'm saying?
They're just being appreciated by somebody else.
Yes. Right. You know what I mean?
And apparently many others.
many others. Listen, it's an article out there. If you research it, Word of Mouth, the group, is considered a part of the golden era of hip hop. Like when we get mentioned along with Rakim, Cool G Rap, other Philly rappers at the time. You know what I mean? And to us, our basic competition or our basic people that we thought we was competing against was basically Paulie Yams and Baby Black. we was just trying to get the best beats from Jazz before they
Right.
got them. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we didn't care. We didn't care about that. From that point, once you don't make it as a rapper, you either become a songwriter or producer. You know what I'm saying? Then Ron can attest to this. Hey, Ron, man, listen, I need this big table built so I can put this mixing board up in here. And I need this right here to hold the ADATs and all that stuff. Ron look around the room. He look, all right, you gonna need this. All right, boom, go get the stuff. Here, Ron. Next thing I know, I want to say it was a day and a half. He might say it was a little bit longer. I don't know. But it was like a day and a half. I had a whole studio built on the 3rd floor. Done. Ready to record. And it was just a good transition from being a hip-hop artist, which I didn't stop rapping just because I became a producer. But my focus changed a little bit, and start dealing with the likes of Josh Banks. A little bit of the Paper Chasers. If anybody know, for Philly, the Paper Chasers they lived on the same block at the same time. Some of them did, but definitely in the same neighborhood. So a little bit of them mixing some of their stuff.
My nephew did some work with you too, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying?
Gilly too. Gilly too.
Gilly came. I mean, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like during that wave, it was a lot of people coming in.
What's the dude came from Bad Boy, the white guy, and he brought Ali Vegas. What's his name? Ellis. Was it Rich Ellis? Rob Ellis or something like that?
Rich Ellis. Yep. He brought the boy from California. What's his name? I got it. He brought the boy from California. He was tough too. He was like the game before the game. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name. But if it comes to me, I'll talk about it. But no, listen, because I'm saying we went when we had Adi, we went to North Jersey because he was opening for
Adi, yeah.
He was opening for Fat Joe at the time, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. So even moving on from the rap, just being the rapper in the forefront, we really had some opportunities where I was able to produce for some people that had opportunities to open up for people, different people. I think we had Jordan Banks in the studio singing a Christmas song with us. You know what I mean? Unreleased. I still got it. You know what I mean? I still got it. I would love to sit down one day. We might have to dedicate a playlist to this thing one day. I remember being down, and I don't know, the Tiki Bar.
Yep.
Down a Tiki Bar downtown, or like Second and Chestnut.
That was a good show too.
Listen,
that was crazy.
Breathtaking moments. Being up at the Felton. Remember the Felton?
Yeah. Feltonville. Yep. That was the for the show.
Yeah, us, Major Sickness.
Matter of fact, Cassidy was in that same
group. What was the group that Jig had? Ben Frank and Q45, but they had a name. They had a name for their group. I forget the name.
Oh man, it's Hunter Park.
Yeah.
Oh, because Q still was doing music. I met his dad. Yo, this is crazy. Hold on. The Feds.
Listen, everybody was at this show. And we probably was the least known group.
D.V.S.
Yes. We probably was the least known group at the time. But we always left on this level where people made us feel like, and I'm just saying, you perform, you get an energy up, but when you leave, people make you feel like, yo, y'all was the hottest people here. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Blackout in West Philly?
Matter. Like, what was y'all?
What was the place called? It was called the Blackout or the Black something in West Philly. Remember we performed out West Philly,
Yeah,
Oh
the
man,
it was Blackout something. I think it was called the Blackout.
yo,
I think it was
but
called the
wait,
Blackout.
listen,
Yeah.
crazy because again,
They like, where
people
y'all from?
right, they hitting us
Hey,
up and saying, "Yo, what y'all coming
Philly
for?" We
area.
like, all right, you know what I mean? And it was like because we were so good, we probably was the most hated because
Right.
we was so good and unknown. We was definitely unknown outside of the people that we was in touch with.
Right.
So the people that
Right.
was in touch with us, they loved us. Like, yo, y'all, this is hot. We gonna make sure y'all. And when they put us on shows with people that was already known, it didn't leave a good taste in their mouth.
Wow.
You
I
know what I'm
never
saying?
looked at it like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, because when you think
Yeah.
about it, listen, when you think about it, it was us, Major Figures, Paper Chasers, really at the same time in that area
Mhm.
circle. You know what I'm
Right. Right.
saying? So once
Yeah.
uh
Then you had the lyrical terrorists up there by
lyrical terrorists,
yeah.
yeah, you talking
Yeah.
about
Jump chop.
who?
Now I'm speaking to somebody in the chat. That's
Oh,
all. Go ahead.
no,
It
lyrical
was a lot
terrorists
of people. 100X, Graham
sweeping
Squad.
in.
It was a
Yeah,
lot of
right.
people.
But what I'm trying to say is from my
Yeah.
area, it can only be one king, right?
Yeah.
So we was the less popular. We wasn't into the streets like the rest of the people were, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
was the less known popular, but we
Yeah.
probably had musically we probably was top three. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. We
Lyrically,
had
we
the
probably
respect of, yeah. Yeah.
lyrically we
Yeah.
probably was right there. Like people was looking forward to our performance when we came through, you know. But started writing songs later. Um, Doing stuff for Key Life Records, Grady Jones and them, Life Media currently. That was a good experience. Had the
Yeah.
music for their movies. They had an R&B group, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
start writing songs for them and producing for them.
That was fire though. I think that when you met them was fire, but you know what I'm laughing about, but everything was fire though.
What you mean?
You don't know
What?
what I'm laughing about that?
No, what's about to laugh? Come on,
Yeah.
you gotta say it.
But you was almost being the boy Augustine.
Who?
What's that singer boy Augustine with Jada?
Oh.
Pinkett?
Yo.
My man Duke is about to be Augustine,
Nah,
Jada Pinkett
listen.
boy toy, boy.
So let me tell this
Oh
story real
wow.
quick since Ann started it, right? We was in a collective of the group, we had got invited to a wedding. Well, I got invited to the wedding. Because everybody build bonds with different people. So I had built a
Yeah, I
bond
got
with
it. I think I know a little bit about this story.
oh man, listen. So I went to I go to the wedding and it's Will Smith's sister getting married, and the guy she married is like that's the person I built the bond with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the wedding. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. I got the cell phone. We was doing it big at the time, so I had a cell phone, and I'm there, and Jada Pinkett is there, and I'm having my Tupac moment because she is real in real life. Like this is really Jada Pinkett standing in front of me, right? So Ryan, you know us. She was checking me out, man. Jada Pinkett was at the wedding checking me out, right?
I agree. I think she. And listen, I wasn't there, but
Mm.
I believe.
Okay,
I
thank you,
truly
man. Thank you. I
believe.
appreciate that. Listen, all I needed was if you was the voice at the time, I was either gonna be fighting Will Smith or something because
All right. Here's how. I'm not going to say that part because I don't know. But here's how I know because I know you. I don't know if you remember this or not. I know what you're talking about because the boy had the green SUV.
right, right,
Remember, we was at Will Smith's house because he wanted me to restore them doors.
yes,
Mom house. So I know
yeah,
you not telling. I know you telling the truth because
right,
I remember when we was up at the crib when they was trying to refinish those two front doors of Will Smith's mom house.
right. Listen, that's what I'm saying. So I was really there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she was checking me out. She checking me out, and so I said, "Damn, let me call my man." I get on a cell phone. I call Eddie. I say, "Eddie, yo, dog." I said, "Listen, man." I said, man, I'm at this John. I said, Teacher Campbell here, Dwayne Martin. I'm name dropping because I'm feeling good. I said, but Jada Pinkett here, dog, and she checking me out. Eddie hit me with a reality check so hard. He said, yo, dude, man, every guy in there that Jada Pinkett looked at thinks she checking him out. Hey, yo, listen. When you talk about shut them down, like I'm talking about all the way shut them down, man. Listen, I'm talking about, listen, this my homie. I'm like, yo, I know he about to, you know what I mean, give me the, he said, man, everybody think that, right?
Duke went to get his signature. He ain't signed.
No, nothing. Listen, he left that joint blank. He left that joint blank. So, listen, but this the worst part about it, though, Ryan. This the worst part about it, right? So at the time, I'm shut down. I'm cool. I'm back to earth. I'm not floating no more. I'm on earth. I'm just enjoying the wedding. I was still there. Fast forward to earlier this, no, fast forward to last year, around August, September. I'm talking to Eddie on the phone. He said, man, you know what? He said, man, dude, I apologize. I said, for what? Man, what you talking about? He said, man, after all the news that Jada Pinkett been in, she probably was checking you out. he said, he said, I said, Eddie, man, don't tell me that now. He like, wow, man, I just want to. I said, man, because you killed my dream when I was a kid. I said, now you want to say, like, now you want to make it like it's right? Come on, man. I said, don't tell me. He said, man. He said, listen, man. He said, I had to tell you. He said, it came to me, so I had to tell you. He said, man, this is crazy.
That's funny.
Listen,
that's funny.
hilarious. You know, then,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
ain't believing. We was like, oh, come on, man. She not looking at you. Matter of fact, I think I called you a week after Eddie wound up talking to you or something. You was like, yo, Eddie just brought that up.
listen.
I said, yo, I had to tell you what I do. I had to tell you, yo, Duke, I'm sorry.
He's sorry too.
You know what I'm
He's sorry too. Bro. Listen,
hey, Duke, she's sorry too.
Ain't nobody more sorry than Duke.
Thank you. Listen, all I'm trying to say is, who would have been mad leaving the wedding with a black eye, knowing that they tried Jada Pinkett? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because listen, the
Like,
black
look,
eye,
well,
like,
at least you would have got slapped by Will. That's about this. The most he wouldn't have shot you. Like,
so not there anyway. You know what I'm saying? He might have got somebody to do it later, but you know,
yeah.
yeah. So, um,
yeah.
That
the
is
music,
funny.
man, it was like
I
people
better
ask
leave
me.
this place. The wife couldn't leave looking at me in my face.
People ask me to this day
Oh,
about the
good.
music though, and they be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, you still doing music?" And I was like, "I don't even know how to stop doing music. Like, even if it's not
Wow.
the way I was at the time, it's like,
Mhm.
how do I put the pen down, or how do I stop hearing harmonies, or you know, what I mean, lyrics coming to my mind, or any of those things, because all of those things kept me sane in a world that I probably couldn't escape without music at the time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was
Mhm.
like
That and
my
I'm
escape.
drawing art.
Oh yeah, I mean, but Aunt and them left me, man. They went on the parade and they went to the thing, and I helped them draw the float and everything like that. I was sick, but they did it though. Like, I was they was on they was on TV and everything without me, man. I was like, yo, this is great. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Why did I just said that to Villain?
Not, who?
Villain. Who
Villain.
Villain?
Who villain?
You remember who Villain is?
I'm trying to make sure I don't
Uh,
want to claim it the
I don't
wrong
want to say
person.
it either. I don't want to say it
All
either,
right.
but I was like,
Don't say it. Listen, you got my number. You
all
can
right.
text me.
Who was on the float? Who was on the float?
I can't say it if you can't say it.
Okay, right.
Listen.
I was like, yo, those are real riders. We were gangster back there, baby.
Yo, listen. I'm like,
Walking in
I'm,
the Thanksgiving parade.
I'm
Our man
home.
sitting on the float. Like, you know
I'm
what I
home sick watching this daggone Thanksgiving parade.
mean?
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I was one of the artists on that. John's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. 80, I
Yeah.
think it was 85. I
Right.
think it was like
Around
85
that.
Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah. Around that time, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was
forgot what he
in.
drew. A camera?
I
Was it
don't
a
remember,
camera float
man.
or something like that? Or something?
It was one of the bad memories, so I forgot it.
Yeah. Trauma. We sorry. He's
It's all right.
sorry.
Nah, it's
I'm
cool.
I'm I'm
It's
still chubby,
cool.
bro.
It's cool. Nah,
Hey, listen, we ain't never get
yeah.
the ice cream we was supposed to get either, so you cool.
Oh yeah. Nah, y'all ain't deserve it at that point. Y'all homie was
I ain't
homesick.
forget the ice cream they was supposed to get.
Ronnie, your homie was homesick. They ain't deserve the ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But uh, like it allowed me to reach out and touch different I don't want to say people because people might hit the pause button on me. It allowed me to reach out and touch different services and you could do it through gospel. We had a gospel artist. I met an artist in North Carolina that came up here, came to Philly and did a show named DeMarco King. Um, I did a Four Aces show. Josh Banks was a part of it. Donnell Sean. Um, Donnell Sean,
Yeah,
DeMarco
thanks.
King, Kenneth Martin, um, and then I did the Set It Off show
He
with the
made that boy.
females, all female artists. Um,
Okay.
uh, damn, I'm trying to think of a name. Oh
Josh Banks is
man,
my boy.
I mean, so many though. You know what I mean? With Josh, we did a whole album. We did a project, and that's still on iTunes right now to this day. Um, if anybody's looking for some music they want to reference, Situations Project, Mad Face Productions, Josh Banks, 8 songs, pretty good, pretty good R&B feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amongst other things. But yeah, it's just part of my soul. I did a song for an artist. I did a track for an artist by the name of 5 Grand. Probably one of my most significant things to me because he was about to he was on Instagram saying, "Yo, I'm about to work on a song to talk about like the mass shootings and stuff like that, and why when it's happening to us, nobody really care, but
Right.
when it's out there in the world, you know." And I'm like, "Yo," I hit him right on Instagram. I said, "Yo, wait." I said, "Wait till you
Good
get
for
this
my
track for
friend
me."
movie. Go ahead.
I said, "Wait till you get this track
That'd have
for
been a
me,
good
for me."
soundtrack of my friend movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I said, "Wait till you get this track for me, and then let me know." Right.
Right.
So the track I sent him, it was called "When the World Turns Blue," and it was what's her name? I forget her name, but it was an old singer. I sampled her voice, and I sent him the track. He sent me a song back within like an hour and a half. Crazy because he already had obviously worked on the song, but he just didn't have the music that he really wanted. So when I sent it to him, he sent me something back like an hour and a half. Crazy, right? And
Wow.
then the video for that one is like if people want to go to YouTube and see it, is up there.
What's it
But
called?
when the world turns blue, 5 grand. When the world turns blue, yeah, check that joint out. Like and I'm talking about, but the fact that he talked about how our neighborhoods, mass killings, mass shootings, mass stuff like that, nobody talks about those things for us, you know. But as soon as it happens in a suburban area and they want to pay close attention to it, or it makes the media and all that type of stuff. And I'm talking about these are literally like some of his words, like, you know what I mean? Why take kids getting killed out in Newtown for them to pay attention to us now, something like that. But
Right.
it's like it was that deep to me. So like far as like rewarding outside of myself to be able to inspire something like that through a track. Like I said, I sent him the track and he was ready, but the
Right.
track spoke to him. You know what I'm saying? So
What's up?
yeah, the music thing, I don't think that's ever gonna go nowhere. I don't think I'm ever gonna be separate from that.
Right.
And
You know,
again,
I want to put this on that the fact this is Philly talk. When you went away to music conferences and when
ooh,
it came to hair,
uh,
what was Philly known for?
what you mean when I went away with music? Like what you
when
mean?
the when the music conference is going on, and we didn't realize, I didn't realize how relevant Philly was to the music conference
it,
with hair and the music. And like when we went out there, the love that they gave us, and we was like, man, the best barbers and hairstyles come from Philly. They was like,
right,
some of the best rappers come. We was like, for real? That's when we met Rico Wade. Yeah, you said we met the
Yes.
Ludacris, Rico Wade. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
the crazy part about that is that again, while we are away, and if you think about some of Philly's most popular artists of late, they had to go away to get signed or you know what I mean, to get really put on as opposed to in the city. In the city, it's like everybody's battling for that spot or those remaining
Mm-hmm.
spots, or if there's any
Mm-hmm.
spots left. You know,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, sorry about that. We all know Meek Mill's from Philly, right? But
Mm-hmm.
where did he go to get signed or popular? You know what I mean? Rick Ross, T.I., you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Both of those people had the
Yeah.
backing.
Roots.
Right, the Roots, like I mean, even Jill Scott was signed to Geffen Records, which was Michael Jordan's label. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, Music Soul Child, like again, they all had to like go away, even though they got popular or famous in Philly, or they was, but because they was battling that Philly crowd, they had to go away to get it.
Yeah, Beanie
Um,
Siegel. You got
Beanie Rockefeller, yep.
I'm
yeah,
just
Jaguar, even Jaguar, like
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
it's
so
unfortunate, but that's just the way it is, man. It's
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, I
it
think
got to the point where I would see them and they'd be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm
I think
saying?
the way
Like,
Duke
they
putting it
seeing us everywhere. It's
is
like, what's
actually
up? I'm
nice.
like, hey.
I think the way Duke is the way he's expressing it is actually nice because, like you said, where you at in your home, you got to go away. The way Duke is saying it is nice, but
But the competition, but he's saying the competition was home though, is another thing that he's also expressing. Like, that's what gave him the drive to keep pushing and doing. But again, you was good because you was from Philly. You was good because you was raised, you know what I'm saying? You had the ethics of just trying to push out your story, teaching and telling narrating your story. You know what I'm saying? You still a writer.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? Whether it be through notes and through words, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
Definitely.
got your shirt lines and stuff like that. You be coming your sayings and stuff like that. Be making. Let me ask you a question. Like the fact that you travel
Mm-hmm.
and you go to different places, how do you feel? Do you miss Philly, or do you be like, man, I wish I can live here, or I wish I lived up here earlier, like, or you be like, do you regret? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. So let me answer that real quick. I don't know if it's gonna be real quick, but it's gonna be. I'm saying. Yeah, I miss it a lot. And I think that we was on the right track with certain things that we were doing. But again, if you think about it, people was leaving. Like Ryan, you remember
Mm-hmm.
we started the basketball tournament.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But while we was invested in the opportunity for people to come along, play back ball together, all that type of stuff,
What's
and
up, Al?
build the neighborhood up, other people felt like because it was us, they didn't really want to be as much a part of it. They'd rather start their own or do their own thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm talking about, but you see this so much in society, period. It's like, yo, if we come together and do it all together.
Yo, why we can't though? It's always us, bro. You
Nah,
never
because
see Tom Cruise talking about, yo, I'm gonna kick Ryan Reynolds ass when we get on the, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we can't have a civil conversation trying to get instead of putting each other down? Like, and
And
then
you
be
know what?
ready to fight right there on the down. You be like, yo, what's going on?
Real
I,
quick,
Never
yeah,
Jack Nicholson ain't never fight Michael Douglas.
that
not
is the
commercial.
very reason why
Okay.
I do things the way that I do things is because I'm going to prove that we can, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to spend my lifetime
Mm-hmm.
proving that we can do it. And I mean,
Right.
here's the thing: is that I agree with y'all. And
Mm-hmm.
listen, we all know it. We see it. We've experienced it throughout life. The hardest thing to do is to get the ones that you expect or will hope that will be. But why is it that that's where you met with the most
Resistance.
resistance?
Mm-hmm.
The reality of it is that this is where we falter, and this is where we run into lack. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of great things in music, and I guarantee you that you're sitting there listening to yourself like, man, I did a lot. You get what I'm saying? And listen, you ain't even went through half of your life yet. You
Right. I
just
ain't even
got to
mentioned
see
that.
half your life.
Like,
All you did was
Hey, Kanye, you owe Duke. I just want to say that Kanye West.
Couple
He
times.
know what I'm talking about.
Couple times.
Rap a Lot Records. I'm saying was it Rap a Lot Records?
You talking about you talking about I'm calling out to all my listen, man. A couple of them, man. You know,
uh,
we gotta get Ryan back. But
Scarface,
yeah,
Scarface did. Yeah.
Scarface. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple. Listen, and all I'm trying to say is like, and it's not them per se. It's the people that I was connected to that was connected to them that probably it didn't take me for the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
yo.
right, right,
But again,
right,
um, instead of us being cohesive as a unit and making it bigger and better, it's like,
right.
oh, they did that. Oh, we gonna do it better than them. You know what I'm saying?
Right
We
there.
gonna do it different. You know, it was a lot of people.
Mm.
Listen, it's a lot of people, and this wouldn't be the first time. Like, it was a lot of people though that if me Ron could testify to this. We was like, listen, nah, Robin, you go ask them because they don't really rock with me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Robin, you go ask them because they don't really mess with us like that.
Right.
Because again, instead of seeing how something good for the neighborhood, they was thinking about whatever adversity they may have had with another individual and stuff like that. And again, as men, and we go back and we're being honest, a lot of that stuff came down from women and relationships. Like, and I'm talking about
Basically.
why? Like, why? Like, what are we talking about? We talking about trying to bring the neighborhood together. We talking about having a basketball tournament annually so that we can bring the neighborhood together. So we have something to celebrate. But now when you listen, now years later, when you ride past that same area, what happened? It's built up now, right? Because we inspired that though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We allowed because before we did that, before Ronnie got the dimensions of a basketball court out the encyclopedia and we painted that ground, right? Remember, Ryan? We listen, we look for the dimensions. We
Yep.
got the dimensions out the encyclopedia so we can paint a basketball court on the ground, right?
Wow,
Before we did
wow.
that, it was just an empty schoolyard that
Yep.
people threw bottles and broke glass in.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
And listen,
So
yeah.
yeah.
again,
But y'all unified the neighborhood too at that time because it was people that didn't mess with us started coming over there messing with us. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean?
and
Then
I
y'all
agree with
started
you, Duke.
doing. Then y'all started bowling together.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I agree with you, Duke. And but the one thing I think we've all learned out of
God
that is
bless Robin Hart, yo. Robin Hightower, yo.
yes,
Lovely, a
Yes.
lovely lady. I wish we could have ever had her on here, y'all. If
yeah,
y'all know who we talking about. I'm never
yeah,
gonna say about her marital name because I ain't
but
know that one.
yeah, it was and like you said, Duke, when it came to the community and stuff like that, and we a lot of things that we did tried to do and was doing in the community and stuff like that, and my thing is one thing we learned is we didn't let that stop us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like regardless to whether you're gonna support or not, we're gonna do what we can do on a level that we can do it, and we're gonna work with
Yes.
what we got to work with. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it could have been a lot greater. It could have been a lot more massive. It could have even been ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
But I like even for me when you started talking about that, and I mean I've talked about that before on other on shows a little bit, touched on it here and there. I remember one of the young boys
Mm-hmm.
came up to me and I didn't even remember his face at first. And he was like, "Hey, what's up, Mr. Ron? How you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?" I'm like trying to figure out why his face looked familiar because he was so little at the time. I didn't really think. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Man, you don't remember me?" I was like, I said, "I remember your face, man, but please don't hold me to it." I said, "I just remember your face." He was like,
Stop calling me Mr. Ron.
"I know." He was like, "You remember the kid that used to help you sweep up the glass in the schoolyard?" Once he
Mm-hmm.
said that, I knew who he was talking about. He didn't even have to finish it. I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He said, "You used to pay me a few dollars to help you clean up the yard." He was like, I was like, "I don't need the money. I just want to come out here and help." And I was like, "Wow, man." I was like, you know what I mean? But again, he was like, "Man," he said, he said, "Man, I appreciate what you was doing, man." He said, you know what I mean? He said, "A lot of that changed my life." And I've had people come and tell us that
Mm-hmm.
it changed their life. You know what I mean? Like Gordy up the street, he was like, man, he said, Mr. Ryan, he said, well, that when y'all did that, it changed my life. Everything, you know what I mean, it changed the court. It made me respect and realize that, we can do great things even if you don't have a whole lot to work with. You know what I mean? But go on, bro. I'm not gonna I just want to
No,
let you
no,
finish.
no. Listen, I'm glad that this is more interactive. And the reason why I brought up subjects that we can all talk about is because I wanted to be more interactive. Because if anybody can look at the timeline of my life, they gonna see y'all, and y'all gonna be the ticks that ticks us a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I mean? Because again, we sitting around, me, you, and Robin was sitting around like, yo, what can we do to make a difference? And we like, yo, let's do a basketball tournament. And she was so supportive. And
Man,
she like,
yes, you were.
y'all think y'all can pull it off? Man, listen, let's get that court. Let's start painting that thing. Because again, the difference in doing what you're trying to do and not getting it done is doing what you're capable of first. So we was able to paint the schoolyard, paint a court on the school. That's the first thing we could do, right? So
Right.
you don't think we serious? We gonna paint this schoolyard, make it look like a basketball court. So we gonna look stupid because there's a basketball court on the ground with no hoops, or we gonna finish the job and get the hoops to go with it, right?
Right.
So all I'm saying is once we took the first step, and she knew that we was truly invested. If any of us, and of course we all do, if we know Robin, she gonna be all in, and she gonna
Yep.
make everything
All
happen.
in.
She started talking about how she was gonna go to the stores and get support and see if they was sponsor a team and get money from stores or sponsor teams for T-shirts. She did all of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about me and Ron was, of course, uh, tactic with the labor portion of it and stuff like that.
Right.
A little bit of the financial portion, but at the end of the
Keep
day,
hungry.
like we was just
Was
building
he
so we
hungry?
could make a difference in the environment, and more than that, bring the neighborhood together.
Right.
Because there was no better way to bring the neighborhood together outside of sports. Because yes, there were times and there was people that maybe didn't like me and I maybe didn't like them and whatever it was at the time. But during the course of those games, we had no violence. Not no violence on the court. We didn't have no violence in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood, everybody would listen. They look forward to it.
For that 4 day stretch, people couldn't wait to drive up
They
with their
look
teams
forward to it.
and get ready to play this basketball thing. And I'm talking about we had people from our neighborhood that went to Temple. So guess what they did? They got some Temple basketball players. They bought a van. They bought this. They bought that. They had their team. We had people that went to Grants. And then they brought Michael Blunt and Rondell Turners, and you know what I'm saying. Like
Right.
we had a lot of people that just showed up because we was all from the same neighborhood, right? And
Yep.
it if you lived on 11th Street and you wasn't living from on Kamak Street, then y'all wasn't really cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about no, but listen, I'm talking about it literally seemed like Kamak Street was in a whole nother district of the city when it was
Right.
Oh,
3 blocks
was
away.
boy. Mm-hmm.
It was 3 blocks away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you was from
Mm-hmm.
11th Street, 13th and Park Avenue seemed like it was like in another country,
Yeah.
right? But they was all really our neighbors, and that basketball tournament brought us all together where we was acting like neighbors
Mm-hmm.
for a
Yo,
4 day
Yep.
stretch. For a 4 day
real
stretch.
quick, real quick.
Yep.
Funny you should say that, right? I want you to look at the chat, and I'm getting ready to pop it up.
Uh,
Right. All right. So you see this right here?
yeah.
That's
Fire.
Dogs
that's
basketball.
Dog's basketball, right? Like me and him, we work together. This is what he does. He has a basketball team registered with the ABA.
Oh, nice.
So right now they what 9-3.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
started out
yeah.
last
They
year. He
been
was
killing them.
and he be killing it, man. A few of their games when they do it on if they have them on Saturday, we actually air the games live right on my channel on Saturdays.
Oh,
When
nice.
we can, not every game, but so if you look at and some of the plays on my channel on Saturdays, you'll see the team they play live. But my point is, like not directly, but a little indirectly, I'm still because I buy. You see, I got his shirt, I got another shirt, I got jackets. I do what I can do to support what he's doing because it's kind of on the same strength of what we was doing back
Right.
then. And I mean, where he got a good head on the show. He's been on the show. He's been on the show. He's part of the OG network. Actually, he does Unfiltered Sports on my channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But my point is, we back to the basketball and the sports and bringing things together. And here we are and he's from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia too. But just to kind of give you an idea, it hasn't really totally left me.
Right.
It just I see somebody else doing something positive and I try to support that as much as I can.
Yeah.
And again, it's a beautiful thing because it brings people together, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we used to play football and at the time it seemed like the biggest field ever, but in Bethune little lie, because we was little kids. Now you probably take 7 steps and be done the whole thing. But when we was kids, it felt like a football field to us, right?
Like a football field.
We used to go. Guess what we used to do? Go up there and meet other neighborhoods and play football against other neighborhoods. And
then run and grab equipment before you leave, so you get out there, get beat up, get jumped on. Like, listen, we gonna play this last game. You start grabbing the bag. You start getting on the train and getting them, and then we gonna keep playing this game, and we just gonna run.
Yeah, because
everybody gonna run.
Yeah, but listen though, after enough games, guess what they became? Your friends. Yep. So early, it might be like, yo, we gonna play, but we gotta get up out of here.
We gotta run from around there a couple of blocks, couple of weeks, but then about 3 months later, we like, yo, bro,
we friends, man.
You're right.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on air, but I think we played hooky for like 3 months straight and started our own basketball league up on Park. With all the other everybody else with everybody else that hooky, right? But
send me cash app, but I won't tell y'all mom.
We was not playing hooky. We was in the park learning about agriculture.
Yeah, that right there.
So I'm looking at my cash app now, and I better see something before I call y'all mom.
And I cash app, our opportunity to learn about agriculture in Hunting Park for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if that's the case, we probably
construction, making clubhouses.
We probably should have transferred to Saul. Agriculture. But anyway, so we realized that in our agriculture learning that as young children, we was faster than a lot of cops, and that basketballs bounce high if you got too much air, and they bounce low if you don't got enough air. You know what I mean? And also, if you meet other kids from the other schools, other agricultural schools, that y'all can form a basketball league and play against each other.
While school is going on.
Right, while school was going on. And and celebrate victory.
Create a friendship and a bonding. We can go get some quarter juices. You know what I mean?
But again, from knowing that we are around neighborhoods and fight against these other kids, now playing basketball with them, it made us friends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like certain things brought us together, and we don't get to appreciate those moments until they're gone. We think about it later. You know what I'm saying? We think about it after the fact. Because if I sit up here and think about the music, I think about Bill. He's no longer with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I tried to make sure that he knew what it meant to me, him being involved with my music career, but I don't think it could ever be equated what it truly meant. You know what I'm saying? So it's those things that we miss out on. So
and if Mark Giles, if you're around Mark Giles and you're hearing this, man, salute to you too, bro.
Salute to Mark Giles.
Yeah.
And I try to. The reason why I brought those things up is because I know we owe people. You know what I'm saying? And we could. The one thing I learned in life is you can never go back and repay people the value of what you owe them. You know what I'm saying? You could just do something valuable in time for them right now. So my
And
thing
Marcus
is,
Graham too. I want to give Marcus Graham a shout out too, man.
Marcus Graham, definitely a shout out. So, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You got to
Just
take
making
what
sure.
the way you pay them back is you take what they gave you and you run with it and you run with it
Mm-hmm.
hard. And
Yes.
that way they can look at if
Yeah.
they're still alive, they can look at it and say, "Man, I had a little bit of a hand in
In
helping them
that.
get to where they at, inspiring them or
Mhm.
whatever
Mm-hmm.
the case may be." Man, that's
Yeah.
more fulfilling to me than all the other stuff, man. Like when I see somebody that say I did, there's something that I might have said or did or helped with,
Mm-hmm.
and I get
Yeah,
that
yeah.
response.
Yeah.
That you could have gave. I rather have that response than you turn around and say, "Here's $1,000 for nah." The response,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that there's something I did helped you become or do something better, man. It carries
Mhm.
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think me and Ant was talking. I was talking about how we used to jump off roofs. And I'm saying we was basically daredevils, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
jumped off
Yeah,
roofs,
yeah.
we hopped trains, we did all that stuff, right? But I'm
Mhm.
saying, if somebody asked me right now, what did you get from that? Man, it taught me how to fly. You feel me?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I can limit it, but in reality, you know what I mean? Just like they
Look,
say,
it showed me how to hit and miss.
no, listen, I mean, listen, it was a point where y'all
Judgment, that's measurement.
I'm
yeah,
gonna be
listen,
honest.
it's a
I get
point
what
where
you're saying,
yeah, it's
and
a
I
point where
think this.
Ronnie and them used to jump from roof to roof, and I ain't want to do. I'm like, man, I ain't jumping up. They tripping. But when I'm saying, listen, because if you fall in between, it's a long way down.
You're
We
Yeah,
right.
talking about 3-story and 2-story houses, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So when I finally
Like, why
did
we
it,
just didn't walk around? Like,
but when I finally did it, and I'm like, wow, you know what? It feel like flying. Like you
mm,
understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about again. We didn't have a lot to hang our hats on in the neighborhoods that we grew up for real, for real.
Right.
So we had to do things that inspired us beyond our neighborhood. I
mhm.
mean, how many people say they walk 5 miles of track just to see what was 5 miles away?
Right.
Yep, yep,
No other
yeah.
reason. We ain't know where we was
Right.
We
going.
ain't know what was going on down there. Yeah,
Just
We didn't even
walk
know.
five,
yeah.
just to
Hey,
see.
yo, it's funny that you said that. Listen, so I was in Ohio, and I mentioned somebody about the Green Lady.
Mm.
Oh
Smith
yeah.
Smith Playground.
Yo, why they
Yeah.
say they had a Green Lady too? I said, how the fuck y'all had a Green Lady in Ohio?
Everybody, listen, you probably go all over the world. Everybody probably had their own version of the
That's what
Green
I
Lady.
said. I was like, yo, I was gonna do that. I said, yo, we gotta do that talk. And I'm like, did everybody have a Green Lady, yo? I said, this is funny, man.
Because I'm gonna
This
be
is funny.
I think, and this because you bringing up the story about what we did, and this is why I tell people stop projecting so much fear on children
Oh, yeah, we
because
was talking about that earlier. Yeah,
right,
Mm-hmm.
stop projecting so much fear on children.
raised
Who was it?
emotions.
Listen, you wasn't afraid to go perform against people that don't know you because you wasn't afraid to jump on a train. And so
Mm-mm.
when you said, "What did you get out of it?" And I'm elaborating what I got out of it because you wasn't afraid to go certain places and take certain risks because you wasn't afraid to walk 5 miles down the train track with Conrail and all types of trains coming through there, law enforcement, everything. You wasn't afraid.
I
And
wasn't
my thing
afraid.
is this is where I think sometimes people project so much. Oh, don't do this, you're gonna get hurt. Don't do that, you're gonna do
Yeah,
don't. And it's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And they storing you in a padded room and like, bro.
Right.
And then you wonder why when the kids grow up, they're afraid of everything. As
Everything.
opposed to, listen, bro, listen. If I went to a neighborhood and got beat up, I wasn't afraid to go back to that neighborhood. I went to
Mm-mm.
my neighborhood and got help.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
We
Let's
go
go back
back.
up there and fight
Right.
them.
Right. So I don't know, man. I mean, but yeah, go ahead, Duke. I just was like,
No.
so when you
You
start
might
talking
even
about
get beat up again, but you went back.
that's right.
You're like, yo, they jumped me.
Because you
And,
wanted to conquer that fear.
Or boy got over on me.
all right, Ryan. Me, you.
But yeah, I think you need to come on there again, though. But go ahead.
Now,
Oh
listen.
yeah.
I love to. I would love to. But me, Ryan, and man, we walking. A dude get into a little car accident, and he throw the keys. He said, We like, yo, dog, what you doing? He like, man, y'all find him. Y'all can have him. A powder blue Ford Pinto.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, listen, no, we had a car. You know what I mean? But back to what he was saying, is because we wasn't afraid of anything, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like anything could have happened, but we saying, man, listen, we about to get this car. We gonna be driving to school or wherever we going.
Yeah, we
And
was like lean on me black kids. We
listen,
ain't care. We was all together, joking, cracking jokes on each other, walking up the tracks. You know
the
what I'm saying?
full listen, the full all out version of that too, though, because
Yep.
it wasn't no games being played when it came to us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
um yeah, we did a lot, man, you know,
And we survived, and we still ain't thugs.
and we survived and we still ain't thugs.
Right.
And I'm talking about and I'm talking about we had moments. Like I remember being young. I forget the ages. We was at least teenagers though. We used to drink 40s about the
Yeah,
White Mountain
yeah.
Coolers. Right? We used to drink 40s White Mountain.
Right.
Listen, we used to pay the old heads to go in the bar and get us a 40s of White Mountain Coolers. And I'm talking about, listen, and I'm talking about as destructive as it could have been, because we know some of the people from our neighborhoods didn't come off
Mhm.
that. Like they got stuck on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
As destructive as it could have been, we pushed each other so much that, and we're gonna get this is another Robin shout out. None of us wanted to disappoint her and what she saw in us, right? So none of
Mhm.
us wanted to let her down, first of all, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
when it came time to pull ourselves away from it, we had a
Mhm.
good reason and good purpose to pull ourselves away from it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna act like we ain't do no bad things, or
Mhm.
we face no some of the trials that other people face, but we definitely
Mhm.
gonna act like our
And call
support
us on our shit. Like Robin gonna call you on your shit.
easily. But
You know what I'm saying?
our support system was different, and I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
we. Just think about this. I mean, all of us can go back because I mean, y'all was like my family, right? I mean, but I'm talking about then like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Our
Um, if you think about how many heads I cut for free just in my friend circle and how much money we saved on that, right?
yes. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But not just that though. How much embarrassment we may have saved up going to school without a fresh haircut, right? And then on top of that, how much credit we got for how fly the haircut was.
Yep.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
dynamics. I look back and say the dynamics of what we was able to do for each other growing
Right.
up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I'm saying,
right.
we ain't gonna talk about being the toughest guy, not being the toughest guy, but I didn't have to fight every fight knowing that I was rolling with Ronnie, or I was rolling with Ant, or you know what I mean. Clint was my homie. We have to fight
Mm-hmm.
everybody, you know what I mean, all the time, or
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know, like yeah, it was just
And
different.
villain.
Yo,
Yo,
it was
I
just
went,
our
and what
support.
happened is I went around, I was telling him and Gus about how I came around there, and I knew him from elementary school. I said, yo, we knew each other from Get Set, from White Richardson School. I said, and you figure that's about 6, 7 years with all our older brothers and sisters going to school with y'all older brothers and sisters. I said, and never, it was row home, so it was like a community block. They became family. Excuse me.
Mm.
So I was like, when that happens, like you always become a family. We was kids. So, I mean, I said, so when I came around the way I said, I used to come to your crib and chill with your house and shit. I said, knew your mom, your pop, and all that. I knew they ain't play no games. I said, so, I popped around there like 20 years later. I stopped and like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? He like, yo, what's up? And then somebody was like, you know him? I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, they like villain. I'm like, villain. So I'm like, I'm saying his name. His whole government like, what? Like, yeah, they like, yeah, I'm like, oh, that's who they was talking about? Like, so, Gus was telling them, like, yo, man, he said, I knew when you was getting it in, like you was getting money like that. I came around there to get some work from you. So he like, yo, man, I appreciate you not doing that, man. You was looking out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to get in the game, and Villain gonna say, Oh no, man! I ain't want your grandma coming up to me with coming on me about my back. So I started rolling. I said, "Yo, you scared? The whole neighborhood scared of you, and you scared of grandma on Monroe Street? Like you know what I'm saying?" Like, yeah. I said, "Miss Diggins ain't play though." I started laughing. I said, "Your
But
grandma was she like the cat block captain?" He was like, "Yo, you remember that?" I said, "Yeah, I remember that. Ain't nobody play no games with her, bro."
Right.
Yo,
yeah,
it was just funny, man. And
that's what
like
it
I
was
said, that
about,
was all
though.
that we was from Bethune, man.
Yeah, that's what it was about. Like I'm talking about, we really when people talk about that village to raise us, we really
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about the crazy part about it is because the dynamics of the way the blocks was made, you had this much room for error, right?
Yeah.
Because Ryan Mine was here, Eddie Mine was there, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Around it.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
From
Miss Addie was right there.
Miss
Like
Addie was right there.
everybody was
You know what
like,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So,
Our uncles, aunts around the corner.
Yep.
like Miss
You know what I'm
Miss
saying?
Sue,
Or your cousin or your brother on the corner. Like
yo,
you can't do nothing. Then my
it,
Uncle Jimmy. Everybody probably that's on here know my Uncle Jimmy right now. Everybody,
right.
even the chat, like this, my Uncle Jimmy knew everybody, bro. Everybody borrowed off of him.
Listen, that's all I'm saying. It's
And
like,
y'all probably owe him now too.
but it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy because other people in front of those same parents took other routes where we had so much
Mhm.
respect and love for
Mhm.
those same parents that we wasn't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking
Right.
because if we think about Marty and Miss Beth, she wasn't afraid to lay hands on none of us out in the street if we was doing the wrong thing.
Nope.
And I'm saying the, the problem with that was it wasn't about the hands because we could take them. It was about the embarrassment because we couldn't hit back.
That the Baron said,
So
right, exactly.
I don't want to see nobody see me get beat
Could
up
you
in the
imagine?
street.
Could you imagine you trying to swing back and your parents found out?
But
You
listen,
might.
but I'm saying, but if you think about it, first you had to deal with Uncle Woody, then you had to deal with Dennis, then you had to deal with Calvin, then you had to,
Yep.
just for swinging back at
Mm-hmm.
somebody that you wasn't
Mm-hmm.
supposed to. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying.
I
Is like,
definitely didn't want to deal with Dennis.
nah, but listen, I ain't want to do the
And
Dennis.
Rome.
Not where he's coming, but and Rome. But listen, man, that's what I'm trying to say. So just knowing that we had this much room for error,
Right.
but
Mm-hmm.
we respected that,
Right.
right? Where some people
Right.
that went to the left because they had the same amount of room for error, they just didn't have the same amount of respect that we had. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And from that, from having respect, guess what we did? We garnered a whole lot of respect.
Yeah.
Like so a lot of people respect us and the stuff that we did and what we accomplished, and even when we fell short at, they respected the fact that we tried.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
And
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
those
uh,
those those shortcomings and stuff that help make you who you are. Because
definitely.
you know,
I
hey,
ain't
I
got no
dust it
shortcomings.
off. Gotta go back to work.
Gotta go back to work. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Gotta go back, put
But
that work in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's
Cause
funny because I'm listening to you. I'm thinking about when you start talking about walking down the train tracks, and I remember when we built the clubhouse,
mm-hmm.
and I was telling a story about when my dad came back there,
That would listen, man.
and of course, my sister, we was cutting school, of course.
Uh-huh.
We was in agriculture work at the time,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
Look,
and then my dad came back there,
mm,
and he was mad. He said, first of all, y'all shouldn't be back here. Then y'all playing around in somebody's building,
mm.
because at that point we was pretty much done building it, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I didn't say anything, and I remember, and he was like, "Why y'all shouldn't be playing around with people's stuff?" And then Duke turned around and was like, "Oh, that's not like we built that." He's like, "Mr. Jones, we built that." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Duke, if you don't shut up, bro, I'm already in trouble." Like he was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh no, we built that." He was like, "Y'all ain't built that." He said, "Yeah." He was like, "How y'all figured that out?" He was like, "Oh no, Ryan was the one." And I'm like, he was really just digging a hole right now. But honestly speaking, what ended up happening is my dad, I never got in trouble for it.
Right.
My dad was so impressed by what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was mad, but he
Yeah.
really wasn't that mad because he was like, "Wait a minute, they built that thing. That could have been somebody's doing somebody's house, and
Right.
they
We said, I'm
built it
about to
for
try.
nothing."
He said, I'm about to charge that little nigga rent. I built it, Dad. I don't care. You don't build no house and you live in my house.
But you know how much hate we had in the neighborhood because we had the best looking, by far larger clubhouse.
That
The
anybody
only
saw.
thing bigger than us, what we had as a clubhouse was a house.
Yes. Listen, and the crazy part about it is if you think about it from a dad perspective, right? We could have been sitting in school all day, learning math equations and all that stuff.
Or
What we did, right? Because I'm talking about, listen, because a lot of times when people just hooky, they just sitting around doing nothing. That's not what we was
Y'all could have been
doing.
selling drugs. Y'all could have been messing around with girls, making kid pregnant. I mean, anything, robbing somebody, setting up, smoking, doing. You know what I mean?
All that. And that's not what we was doing. We actually built we call it a clubhouse, but it was almost
Yo,
house
that was like New
size.
Jack City back there. Y'all built the whole apartment complex. You know what I mean?
That was crazy. We started talking about bedrooms and areas and all that.
Yeah,
It
right.
was crazy. Like, we was ready to sign areas and
Hey,
everything.
Ron.
But I'm saying like that's enough to make you proud. Even in your disappointment, you can be proud. Right?
Yeah,
So
that was the first time I wanted to play hooky. I was like, I want to go to Cook too.
Yeah, it was crazy. And
I want to go to
trying
Cook
to
with
figure out.
Ryan. I want to go to Cook with Ryan and Duke. You know,
I'm trying to figure
they got
out
a whole house they go to.
how do we get caught? Because I'm talking about
Yvette,
my sister.
I know, but how did she find out?
Because she found out every damn thing.
Come on, man. You know Yvette know ain't got no thing.
I know.
She probably on here now.
She know morning. She got the news reporters beat. She know
He said
everything.
they coming on 7:00. Yes, sir.
And she was like, "Ooh, I'ma tell."
Duke gonna be on there. She already told Duke gonna be on there.
I was like, out of all people in the world to find out this is her. And it was
Yo, and we was
like
doing.
he called teacher. I'm just messing, yo.
We was doing so good, man. We was doing good.
Yvette called teacher right now. She's like, hey. I'm making on YouTube famous, so I have been on.
We were very productive.
That's what I'm saying. We was super productive.
Sit around.
Like we knew how to find out how to stop the train.
Stop the train. but think about it though. We used to race go-karts, right? And for a minute, it was like to the end of the block. Then
Ron just said that.
Let's make it to the end of that block. You know what? Let's put some people down there to make sure no cars is coming, so we can keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
let's put some lights on this joint.
We actually we created courses where you turned the corner, split down a hill. Oh, let's go that way, go down the hill, come down and under the bridge.
Right.
That's the finish line.
Just to get a longer ride.
Yo, just to get a longer ride. Because it still was all downhill, right?
All downhill.
So right.
If you can make these turns, we can be all right. If ain't no cars coming, you be all right. And I'm talking about, listen, and we did it. Like there was times we could have ended up under cars. You know what I'm saying? But
it messed up.
But
because remember, wait a minute, do y'all remember that it was bricks there before it was actually the street? It was at the end of the street with like bricks under the thing, like it would wear down. Do y'all remember that?
Yes.
Then they fixed it. We was like, yes.
Listen.
First we was, man, we know what they doing in the street. We like, man, wait a minute. Construction was over. It was like, yes. We about to get killed now.
Super excited.
We about to die.
And I'm talking
we go right into Warnock Street.
And I'm gonna give you a crazy one though. Ronnie was always the one that wanted to do it first. I do it. I'm like, one probably because he was probably the most prepared driver. Period. You know what I mean? Ron
was just daring.
Yo,
Ron was just daring.
He was driving.
I remember he just always be like, "Dare me to do it." He be like, "I guess."
Listen, man,
I ain't killing myself, but if you want me to dare you, I'm gonna dare you. He be doing it. He be like, "Damn, he did it."
But what I'm saying is, like, he the boy figured out by the time he got to the bottom of the Warnock Street hill to get on Venango Street, if he pushed the brakes at this time and pull this at that time, he'll be able to turn and then keep going.
Yeah, right. Yep. Slide it in, right?
Like,
yeah.
You know, yo, if I do this and I do, I'm like, okay. Then he figured it out. Listen, but what happened after that was everybody was able to do it because we knew it was able to be done. You feel me? Like, okay, all right, cool. Now he did it. We can do it. And that was like I'm telling you, man, like people don't understand how, again, we push and inspired each other in those moments because it was all about growth. It was all about, you know what I mean? Like, yo, and again, how you call it friendly competition? Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, who he dating? Oh, okay. My girl gonna look prettier than his. But it wasn't a hate thing. It was like you was inspired. You know what I'm saying? You was
Yeah, yeah.
super.
Like, damn, this girl bad. Yo, I'm
Yo,
getting me a bad girl too.
yo, listen,
You know what I'm saying? They out
super
there.
high. Or
Oh, I know how to pick them.
yo, the new girl in
I
the
know how to pick
neighborhood,
them now.
who gonna have it first? You know what I'm saying? But we was
Yeah.
all, and I'm saying, and the crazy part about it is we all had our opportunities, just different parts and different people. But it was just like, yo, we always push each other, and that's at the end of the day, that's what made us so thorough. What you laughing at, Ant?
No, when you gonna tell myself we pushed each other like, yo, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you took it way back, which was even funnier. Like, I'm gonna get that first. Like, yeah, all right. You got her? Yup.
So let me say this though. We was also so thorough that if anybody had dibs and they really claimed those dibs, if they took the bet off the table and said, "No, I really want her," we all backed off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
We
all
fall
respect.
back.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
oh, that's
cool,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, we always
yeah.
respect
You
it.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
got
that's
it.
what I'm trying to
We
say.
good.
Now we kept in a competition mode. Then there's still competition, but I'm talking about if somebody said, "Nah, man, I really," all right, go ahead then. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
I'm talking about it just allowed us to be so the time and the timeline, the timing, it just allowed us to be so thorough as a young boys. Like I'm appreciative. Like I'm appreciative to be right now sitting here in front of this camera talking about it, and hopefully that whatever somebody going through right now, they understand that 20 years from now when you're talking about it and you look back on it,
Mhm.
it looked like hard times, but really it was the best of times. Ron,
Yeah.
we used to
Yeah.
play football in the snow, but we used to take boxes from tic-tac-toe and also have the box Olympics. The box Olympics, man. That's how creative we got because we didn't want
We
to.
made up games,
We
bro.
made up stuff, like
We made up games. We ain't even have video. Everybody had no video games in their house, and everybody had quarters to go. But like you said, we had make up something. Spoon sports. We had craxies with the pencils and the
Praxies,
spoons. The sporks.
Topsies. What's the joint with the tar? Dead man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yo,
top, black top.
Yep.
yo, people going out and get big giant tops, and people going out and
Yo,
get little
spinning
small
tops. Remember we used to
spinning
crack
top.
spinning
Yeah,
tops.
that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. All that because
But
I'm
we,
talking about.
at our time and at that point in our life, man, we was, that's why, when you
Hold
see this
up.
situation, and I know they have their own thing and the technology and all this stuff, and it's all wonderful and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
I mean, you really think about it, man. Most of us, regardless to our weight size, we was healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we was busy. That's why.
We
E-
busy.
Even 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 if even if we had to play the popsicle chase down with the water jar, we was down. We had to run out into the block for that jar. That
Yeah,
jar. Get
yeah.
stuff out the
That's what I'm
way.
Right.
saying. Yo,
So we was always
oh,
run to the
Yeah.
building.
And then look, you know how it'd be a pile of dirt right there. The sticker start going off to the middle of the street, and you be on mad because you be trying to hurry get it back. Trying to
yo,
hurry get back and lay. You like, no, then sometimes they sit there and everybody wait for their stick to turn around, spin
come
around,
around.
and
Yeah.
finally make it down there. You all mad. They're like, you
Yo,
cheating, you cheating.
what? The water there for everybody. Um,
Right.
yo,
Yeah.
it was definitely super
Inspired.
inspired. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
um, challenging. But we took all the challenges on, and I'm talking about, yo, we used to bag groceries at the Acme to make money.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
you,
Yep.
you you feel
And
what
then
I'm
go
saying?
further to get more money.
Yeah,
Yep.
like listen,
You go
like
to
take somebody bags home to get more money,
you're right.
right?
Yeah.
You carry their bags or whatever. But what I'm saying is, it's like,
We was Uber back then.
yeah, right, and it didn't stop us. it didn't stop us from
whatever you call it, Uber, DoorDash, whatever it is. We were doing it back then on foot.
all of it.
Yeah.
All of
And
it.
for the people that got stuck right there under Rise of Sun Bridge when the water would fill up,
We push your
Oh,
and
car.
they would get,
We push your
that was
car.
and they might get
yeah,
occasional tires stuck up under there, some bricks.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Push your
Ronnie used to
car.
throw stuff down there so people could get stuck. That's all I want to say. And he convinced us to do it so we could get money to get everybody unstuck
Go
from
ahead,
after we did.
Yo,
Because we
go ahead, you
knew
can
all the
make it.
bricks and all the
Go ahead,
trash
you
and the
can make
debris was that. So anybody around Rise and Sun and 9th Street, this is what we did to get money.
Go ahead, you
thank,
can make it.
No, you can
You
go,
thank,
stay
go
in
through
the
there.
center.
You
The
got stuck,
center is the
yeah.
lowest part.
thank you for your contributions. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
Oh, you didn't make
And we
it. We gotta
climbed
yeah.
and
push
we
you out of
climbed in
there,
that dirty ass water, boy, like we was swimming.
Like
Yeah,
listen,
man.
like it was Fifth and Allegheny. We didn't
Yeah.
listen. We didn't care. It was
man. Yeah.
listen,
This ain't
and
Fibbing Camry. This is Allegheny. No.
this is crazy
Yeah.
because it was dirty water, but since it was
Yep.
our water, it was clean to us.
Yep. We ain't
You
think
understand what I'm
nothing of
saying?
it. We ain't
Hey,
think nothing of it, bro.
we gonna get all this right
Could
here,
you
man.
That's
imagine these
why we
kids
still
today?
alive.
Yeah,
Could you imagine any one of these kids today looking at that situation?
man, they ain't getting their Jordans messed
We
up.
saw opportunity.
Yeah,
They just gonna see dirty water.
dirty
They
water.
don't see the fact that, man, they stuck. You
Mm-hmm.
push them out there, that's $10, $15. It's
Yeah.
three of them. $5 a piece. We gonna be in the arcade all day long now.
All day long.
Because they
Listen,
didn't know to go up to the they didn't know to go up to the top of the hill, come around through what's that 10th Street to come around through.
Right. We could have made it around and not just we ain't telling them
They
nothing.
were
They
stuck right there, like that's the only way. Yup.
yep.
the last car made it
But
through, you could do it. And
yeah,
it was a little car.
Yeah.
yo, I mean, but that's listen. That's again, that's what we was
Those
built
were good
for.
times, yes.
Good times. That's what we was built for.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. And I'm talking about like, and we can literally say amongst each other, we didn't have no life altering differences. You know what I'm saying? Like there was small petty.
Mhm.
All of us had some small petty at some point.
Right.
But we
Mhm.
talking about
Mhm.
life altering where we couldn't be here laughing at it today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm talking about
Right.
a lot of people in a lot of neighborhoods, they go through stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But we did, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, and even for the people that we may have had slightly more of,
Right.
if they was here right now, we'd still be laughing with them and joking with them too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it wouldn't make
Yeah.
no difference because
Yep.
that was then, this is now, and yeah, we put a lot of value on the relationships
Mhm.
we built with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 And I'm
Right.
and if we being honest, sometimes me and Ronnie was the closest. Sometimes Aunt and Ronnie was the closest. Sometimes me and Aunt was the closest. And then it rotated and it kept on going. But we
Right.
like it wasn't like no one person had to carry the burdens of the other friendships forever. Right? They still
We
was there,
understood.
but we was able to rotate, you know what I'm saying? And it still was the same classic stuff, man. So yeah.
We
Mhm.
were able, we understood that, when the season of okay, right now we cool, but that don't take away you and him being cool.
Right.
You and
Mm-hmm.
Ant y'all was doing a lot of music at the time.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't doing music. I was
Right.
kind of off doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I might not see you for 2, 3 years.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, bro? It'd be like we never. It'd be like yesterday. Like
Yeah.
we were just hanging out yesterday. It
Yes,
never
it would.
changed. That's where
Nothing.
you understood your level of real friendship. And I tell people, your real friend, you ain't gonna talk to every single day.
Mm-mm.
Your real friends, you're not gonna be around 24/7. Your real friends are
Mhm.
the ones that in moments, whether it's good or bad, they're gonna celebrate good with you, and they're gonna cry with you when they need when you need them there to cry. And if you're going through something, they'll be there for you, whatever way they could be there for you. And they
Right.
never going. They don't sit there and look for. They don't look for something to hold over your head to try to
Forever. Yeah.
manipulate or try to make you feel some kind of way or treat you some kind of way. My thing is this, bro. Like we've always been, for the most part, there's a second group of us, and it's us three right now, but there's way more than us
Mm-hmm.
that we never held. We don't look at like time spent as the determination of the level of the friendship. You know what I'm
At
saying?
all.
Like I haven't talked to you for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and Ant was kind of like I know when he said it to me, I think he was trying to surprise me because he kind of said it in a way like, "Oh yeah," like, and I'm like, it kind of shook me. I was like, "Oh snap, for real?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, that's what's up." Like, but again, and then my head went back to like, "Yo," I said, "This show is not going to quite go as I have in my head because all of us got way too much history, and I knew that at some point it's going to go into the history." And like I
Yeah.
said, Duke, man, we definitely gonna have to do this a few times, bro, because
Yeah. Listen, I'm
it's,
hyped.
bro, we probably only reached about 10% of this,
Listen, I ain't get to talk about 27 years at Jefferson Hospital.
right?
I ain't get to talk about that. I didn't get to talk about.
When it was candy striper time.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't really get to talk
Yeah,
about
we got you.
the haircut. We only touched on the haircut, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about literally. Listen, man. Ed said I put class in 90 in the back of his head. I put Ed because Ed was the only one a beard. I put Ed on his face.
Oh, I remember, yo.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, I'm
Yeah,
talking about, we
yeah.
was listen. That's all I'm saying.
Yo,
Like,
I remember you gave me my Gumby cut. Remember the guard came on? And he
yes,
was like, "Oh shit," but I'm gonna fix it. And everybody was like, and I came
listen,
out and everybody was like, "Yo, is that EST? Is that
listen,
EST?" I was like, "Oh," it's like, but I'm rocking the Gumby too, right? It's just right,
listen,
right?
man.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? That's what make that's what make up real friends. I mean, like
Yeah,
people that rock with each other. Don't get me wrong, we've all met
And
in
y'all
music.
had a box cut, yo. He turned
mm-hmm.
my box. When that guard came up, I was hurt. I was like, but I ain't gonna lie. I was different for a couple of weeks, so
Listen. It was the Flyers Gumby. It was the Flyers Gumby they was
yeah, the
talking
five's
about.
gonna be cut. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
better than
Listen,
EST, y'all.
way
Hey,
better.
here's the
And
crazy part, Duke.
was that?
Now, of course, I can't count how long you've cut my hair throughout my life. Like, especially in them younger years.
Yeah.
I might have had one barber in my lifetime outside of you that actually cut my hair where I was impressed with it.
Yo,
Outside of you and Ed, I'm gonna say Ed because
like,
Ed started cutting hair for a little bit too.
uh,
Um, for the last,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say 15, 17 years. Guess who's cutting my hair?
you.
Hey,
Me.
hey,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna
That's
skip
how
out.
bad it is.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
what's
I
up,
ain't
y'all?
doing no barbershop. Listen,
I'm gonna skip out here early, y'all. My
all right,
power
bro.
going out, and I am still at work. So you know what
All
I
right.
mean.
All right, bro.
All
Holler,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Peace out,
So,
Aunt.
I'm
Uh,
at, so mad love to y'all, bro. Hey, Duke, we gonna link so I get you back on here, man.
yes,
So
sir.
I don't want
Yes,
my
sir.
power to go out, but
And
yeah, I'm
listen,
gonna be prepared next time.
don't be at work next time.
Yeah, I won't. Hey, I like Tommy. I just got a job. But I
All
love
right.
y'all, man. Thanks everybody for coming through. Ron,
All right.
holla
Love you
at
too,
you.
bro. All right.
Yeah, talk
All
to you,
right, I'm
Doug.
out, everybody. Ain't like the
Uh,
bug.
And
All
like
right.
the bug. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Um.
We definitely got to get you back on the show. You know what I mean? Like, Ant is the one that 100% handles this part of the show. He gets all the guests and stuff like that.
All
So
right.
because when we first started talking about it, I said, Ant, I'm gonna hand that to you because I do a lot of other stuff, and I'm like, man,
Do
I don't have
everything.
time. Like,
Yeah.
I
Nobody.
really have a lot more going on. So I asked him to do that part of it. And
Okay.
he's been doing a real good job with it, man. And so that's why I don't reach out to anyone because I
Right.
let him do it and I don't overstep the boundary of if you give somebody something and you ask them to do it and they're gonna do it, then you
Let
gotta
them run
kind
away with it.
of do it.
Yeah. Let them
And
do
if
their thing.
somebody talks to me, like if I say I still ship them to Ant, like, yo,
Right.
you gotta talk to Ant because that was how we designed the show to be and out of respect for him. And he's doing a real good job of trying to find people and get people on there, man. And I be
Oh
trying to
man.
tell people like, we talk about Philly on my other show sometimes, but I try to tell people, man, I said so many great things that happened in Philadelphia, great people that came out of Philadelphia, man, and they don't understand that. Yeah, Philly get a whole lot of bad rap. We get that part, man. I said, but and that's why I said, we got to do this show where we got to bring in people from Philly that show them another side of Philadelphia. Yeah,
Right.
everybody know who Kevin Hart is. Everybody know who Will Smith is.
Mm-hmm.
But although they're popular names in Philadelphia, they are not Philadelphia.
Mm-mm.
Philadelphia is the average person. I
Mm-hmm.
mean that when your car broke down,
They gonna help
they
you push
pulled
it.
their car up beside you and jumped
Yeah,
your car to get you started.
yeah.
When you had a flat, they came out there and replaced your flat.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
trying to do music or you trying to better your community, when the only people seeing what you're doing is the people that's around you,
Right.
it's not on television, it's not
No.
on the news, it's not on this, and it's not on that. And the crazy part about it is that when you brought up the basketball thing
Mm-hmm.
and see what it looks like right now. And here's the thing about that. And I say this, I said they didn't care nothing about that place until
Mm-mm.
we all did what we did
So
there.
we did it. That's all.
Right.
That's all I'm
And I said,
saying.
and I said when we did what we did there,
Mm-hmm.
that would that did you not know that one of the politicians of that area tried to take credit for it?
Yeah, I remember. I
And it's
remember.
like, but my thing is this is that it takes people like you, it takes people like me, like Ant,
Mm-hmm.
these type of stories that are not, oh, I got a TV show, a network, and I'm doing all this great stuff. It takes
Mm-hmm.
average people like you and me is what makes the world and neighborhoods and communities so much better and stuff like that. Everybody got little small
Excuse me.
quirks, differences, or
Mm-hmm.
disagreements and stuff, but it's the little stuff like we do like there. We talking about history. You're
Right.
bringing up a lot of history. You remember a lot of stuff that I don't particularly. I remember
Listen.
when you
Yeah.
brought it up. Then I remember.
Right.
I said, "Yo, he really like remember a lot more stuff that
Listen.
I didn't think about." But when you start talking about it, it was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah."
No.
And it's these type of stuff, man. And like, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I watched your journey throughout the years, man, and I know I don't have to say this, but I'm so proud to be a small part of your journey. I'm proud to be your brother because you know how
Yeah.
we look at each other, always looked at each other like family. You know what I mean? Like we don't, you know what I mean? Family is, and I always say family is something you make. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Relatives are who you born with. Family is the
Family
ones you,
something. Yeah.
and I
You
I
create.
can rock with that to some extent. And I think that, throughout the years we've been like family, man. Like, you know what I mean? And we don't talk all the time, but when we do talk, when we do get together, it's like we didn't miss a beat.
Then Mr.
I mean,
Beat.
this, like I said, these stories like this, we gonna definitely, you ain't gonna have to work that out the time because
Yeah.
I know, what I mean, there's so much more missing out of their stories,
That's
man.
it. Listen, man, so much. And
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
missing
thing
out.
is,
It's like, listen, I don't even, as much as I get on here and do a lot of stuff on YouTube and argue with people and stuff like that, I really don't talk a lot about my own personal life. I really don't. Like,
listen,
it's usually when somebody like you or Ed or Ant, we start getting into conversations, man. And then sometimes my mind start to go back to it. I'm like, man, there's so much. I said, man, I need to interview myself sometimes.
yeah. And I agree with that. I think you definitely should, or have one of your kids come want to interview you. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, I
right,
think it's important, man. Like I said, man, it's if my children never heard me rap, guess what they can do? Go to YouTube, type out in word of mouth, and they'll get to hear it. Right? They be like,
right,
"Oh, my dad did that." And as
right.
long as YouTube is around, I'm around. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You heard.
I can be gone, but as long as YouTube around, I'm around. So we got to leave those
Those
digital
marks.
imprints, yeah, for
And
our
here's the
family and
thing.
friends.
I mean, I didn't know what it was going to turn into when I first started this.
Mhm.
I just knew what I had in my head. And here I am when I really embraced it almost 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Now I'm at, 5,500 subscribers.
Mm.
And I didn't think that way. You know what I mean? And monetized on YouTube. I just, I had little small goals and stuff like that. And then finally getting to the point where I can actually make the channel into what I originally wanted it to be. Not so much about me, not so much about just about the politics and stuff like that. Yes, it's my show. Ryan's opinion don't matter. It's just my personal show. But Philly
Mm.
Talk is for us to bring people from the city of Philadelphia in and do what we do, and that's
Yeah.
every Monday at 7 o'clock. On
Right.
Tuesday, we have unfiltered sports. I'm not even on the show, bro. That's
Right.
my homie. He does unfiltered sports, and Dover Dogs actually the ones in the chat. And
Mm.
because he has a basketball, and he's trying to grow his channel. He's trying to do things. I opened up the floor for him to. He can still air it on his channel and still air it on my channel. because I have I paid for the thing for us to do it for you to do it on there.
Right.
And then on Wednesdays, the company that make the hair care, skincare products and stuff like that, they on my live at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Right.
And, sometimes they're live, sometimes it's pre-recorded videos, but when they just talk about the product that they make, how they make it, how what they put into the product, or the fact that it's all natural and stuff like that. And I embraced them because I started buying their product. Like I literally just bought the product and then I was
Right.
testing it out myself. And in me doing that, it was like, oh man, their product is fire.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and then we built the relationship. And the CEO's husband, he's on my show on Fridays. We have what we call Fire on Fridays. We talk about gun content and stuff like that every
Right.
Saturday. I mean, on every Friday at 7 o'clock. And then Dover Dogs, he's back on Thursdays at 7 o'clock too. He took both days because I didn't have nobody on the slot, man. But you know what I mean. And this is where I'm trying to build this thing to where I'm opening it up to different things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I mean, so just understand, brother. You know that this whatever it is you're doing out there, you come back to Philly Talk, be a part of Philly Talk. But the other than you understand where I'm going with this. This is
Yes,
this
sir.
for you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you know what I mean, I know you about the music and all that other stuff, and I'll keep working. If you got some stuff,
Oh man, yeah, definitely.
you know what I
Listen,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
Listen,
so
we might be talking about a slot for me. You know what I'm
yeah, and
saying?
and,
You know
and,
what I'm
and, and,
saying?
and again, I'm good with that, bro. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
this is just
yeah.
yeah, I mean, and you can figure that out. What it has, like, listen, my Saturdays are open. I don't do nothing on Saturday. Like,
Oh
all on
man, listen.
Saturday is
Need that.
empty. So if you
Need
decide
that.
you want to do something, you got some music you want to showcase, whatever it is you decide to do, bro, the door is open for you. We'll work,
Need that.
we can work it out. I'll show you what I need to do. Basically, how you come on here. I'll send you the link there. Once I
Uh-huh.
get you started, I get out the way and let you rock, and that's it. I don't
Oh
try to.
man. Need that. I need that outlet period for myself. So yeah,
Yeah, so I and then
let's talk about it.
yeah, so we can definitely do that. And
Okay.
this was part of my vision that I had for the channel. And that's why, even though it's Ron's opinion don't matter, that's what the OG network came along with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying everything that I can do to build this thing, man, until it becomes something. You know what I mean, that OG network for me, OG means on God because that's where I stand.
Right.
I stand on God.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody else, it might mean something different. That's fine, but this is this is my vision. I've been working on this for a while, and like I said, for those that I know close and personal, and I know their character, and I know they're not going to try to sabotage and do crazy stuff. And I know I open the door for them, man, to give them opportunity. Listen, I'm gonna grow this channel, and I want to grow.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to celebrate my 5,000 subscribers. That was 2 months ago.
Right. Right.
Then I'm
Right.
on my way to 6,000, 5,500 now because because there was so much going on, man. But we got a YouTube family over here. What's up, Aaron? What's up, All Work Services? Appreciate you. I mean, he's in here. That's All Work Services. That's brother Aaron, and they do all.
Hey.
He does all of the great work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He has his YouTube channel, man. So if you get a chance, go follow him on YouTube and some
I
of the
will.
other.
I seen him on. I seen him in the airport.
Yeah, Dover Dogs and stuff like that. Now you a basketball head, so
You
dogs
know that.
basketball. I like.
Listen, I'm about to say we might have put the basketball segment on my
Yeah,
man channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
and
cool
so
with
he
that too.
yeah, and honestly speaking, because he's big on basketball, I'm quite sure if you ever had time to talk sports with him, he'll let you in on the show, and
Oh
y'all can talk to
yeah.
him. So
I would
definitely,
love to.
man, you welcome to the
Yeah.
OG network, man. I'm opening the door for you,
All right,
and
man. I
that's
appreciate
something
it.
I mean, you want in. We figure that out down the road. I ain't got to, we can communicate
Yeah,
outside this, that, man. I know you
definitely.
work. I know you got your own life. I know it is, man. But if you find a way you want to do it, man, and my hope is that it helped. You know what I mean? Because the one thing
It definitely did.
yeah,
Listen, I needed it.
yeah, I
Listen.
mean, and just in my personal opinion, this is nobody else. I can't go by. In my personal opinion, that over time, that this is probably going to be one of the biggest YouTube channels on
Out
YouTube.
there. Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That's my vision. Is that I don't want to be the biggest, bigger than everybody else. I just said it's going to be one of the biggest,
Right.
and I'm gonna keep rocking with it. Philly Talk is doing great. I did my show earlier. Just today, the channel grew a little bit more this morning, and I appreciate everything that everybody doing. I gotta get. I'm gonna jump there. I'm giving. I'm I'm gonna get back with Aaron because me and him gonna fight. He my little cousin.
Yeah.
But
Gonna go to his own
we'll work
channel.
that
What's
out.
wrong with Aaron? Yeah. Listen,
And I
I got
appreciate you, Aaron. Really do.
I
Appreciate you donating to the channel. I'm just messing with you, know, man. But
got
I
I
got a
got
lot
one
of things that
percent.
I'm doing. Huh?
I got 1%. So if it cut off, it ain't me. I just want you to know that. But
Oh
yeah.
no, it's cool. That's why I'm getting ready to close out the show anyway.
All right.
But
But yeah.
we'll talk later. That way we don't have you shut off the building, whatever.
All
I gotta
right,
go to bed anyway because I gotta get up at 4:00 in the morning. So
yo, I gotta get up at 3:30. Matter of
you got
fact,
me beat this time.
listen. Matter of fact, I gotta leave the house at 3:30, so I gotta get up at 3.
Ouch.
But yeah, I'm out. Yeah. So, but we gonna talk, man. I really enjoyed it, man. Philly talk, man. Listen, I love
Yeah,
Philly, man, with all my
we do
heart,
it.
man.
We do.
And
We all do, man.
I think Philly loved me too. I did enough. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yo, you
But
did a lot, bro. You
yeah,
did a
yeah,
lot, and we didn't
and
even touch the surface of it.
yeah, we gonna continue.
Aaron was on
Yeah,
the show. You was on the show. Ed was on the show.
yeah,
And working on other people on the show, man. And like I said, they can say what they want. Like we know the bad stuff that comes from Philly. We understand all
right.
that. But this show is not about that. This is about people like you, like me,
Yeah,
about like Aaron. That's what this show
yeah,
is about. And
right.
that's why I said when you get on here, man, tell your story the way you want to tell your story. This
Yeah,
is not
yeah.
about him, man. And, I had fun, bro. I had a good time, bro.
Yo,
But I mean,
listen,
I
it was a
felt like
great
we
time.
had. I don't drink, but I feel like we were sitting at the bar and just ripping it the whole time.
Drink champions, right? Yeah, we was doing it.
But everybody out there, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe. I mean, check out we'll be having next week when we get the Philly Talk and all the other shows that we're doing on here. Make sure y'all continue to support the channel. We appreciate y'all very, very much. And like I always say, make sure y'all make God first. Everything else we talk about don't matter without a relationship with God. And with that said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Every single one of y'all have a blessed one today. To my brother, appreciate you too. God bless you.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.